and welcome to a new video. Today, in this video, we'll be joined by
Thomas! Me!
He has been my friend and he's always wanted to be in a YouTube video, and finally we got the chance to. So, today, this is just a short little video. We're going to tell some little jokes and just chat. And maybe I'll do a little bit of gaming at the end. Who knows? I may do a separate video for gaming. So Thomas, would you like to tell a joke or something funny or whatever?
I'll tell you guys one. What did one wall say to the other? I'll meet you at the corner.
That was a funny one, Thomas. Who wants an even funnier one? Why not? Why was 6 sad?
I don't know.
Because 7, 8, 9. Like and subscribe if you found some of those jokes funny. Now, what else shall we say?
I don't. What do you call Santa Claus in a spaceship?
I don't know, anything maybe.
A UF ho ho ho.
Okay, maybe not a Christmas joke. What, anything else?
I don't know. Do you?
No. Okay, I've got to say something now. So, get ready for our new setup tours and also our Storytime with Oscars. I'm going to do a new Storytime with Oscar. Also a new gameplay video and also new live streams. I might do a live stream tonight if I have time. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. Now, what do we need to say? Like and subscribe if you have enjoyed. Have you enjoyed?
Yes, or else Huggy Wuggy will sleep in your bed tonight.
Yeah, okay. That might not be very appropriate for kids though. Okay, anyway, like and subscribe if you have enjoyed. If you found these jokes funny, also like and subscribe. And check out my channel for new videos and stuff. So, goodbye from Ozzy. And Thomas.
Bye, people.
Hello, today I am joined by Thomas again because we are telling some more jokes. So, the first one is, why should you trust atoms?
I don't know.
Because they make up everything. Why shouldn't you trust stairs?
Is?
Because they're always up to something. Have you got any funny jokes you want to share with us today?
What do you call when you cross under a dinosaur and a pig? A Jurassic Pork.
That's actually... Well, any more?
Not really.
Let me think of one. What did the wall say to the other wall? You should know this one.
I'll meet you at the corner.
Yay, you got it! Let's have a little boogie, 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 have a little boogie. Let's do some maths questions.
Okay.
So, what's 678 times 4?
2,712.
Oh my god, Thomas is a human calculator! How did he get that?
I can tell you another one.
Okay, go on then.
I know how much minutes are in a day.
Oh, go on then, I know this too.
It's 1,440 minutes in a whole day.
And you got it right! Actually, let's just check it. Let me just check it. So 60 times 24. Oh yeah, you did get right. Let's have a little boogie, have a little boogie, have a little say goodbye from Ozzy and Thomas. Hello and welcome to Storytime with Oscar. In this video, we'll be reading spooky stories. Just to let you know, I have got the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, which is cool, so you may read that in a few days. I may review it, so today we're reading the scanner, so you can see a little guy. Today was a big day at the international airport because it was the unveiling of the brand new high-tech security scanner. The machine could scan a bunch of people at once, and that meant shorter lines at the airport, which everyone was pretty jazzed about. Cruise view security. Everybody knew this was a big deal, so tons of people showed up hoping to be the first ones to go through the scanner. But the scientists who made the machine were under a lot of pressure to get it done quickly, and they didn't really have time to test it out. So everyone was pretty surprised when the first batch of people went through the machine and they came out the other side as skeletons. Right now you're probably saying it's so sad those people died going through the scanner, but don't worry because somehow they were still alive. And scientists who made the machine couldn't figure out why. At first, the people who went through the scanner were kind of annoyed that they got turned into skeletons, but they felt better about things when they became celebrity overnight. People realised that if they were skeletons, they didn't need to spend all their money on skin cream and makeup and clothes and stuff like that. So now everyone wanted to go through the scanner, and the next day the airport was totally packed. It turns out there were a lot of good things about being a skeleton. People figured out that they could sleep in late because they didn't have to take a shower, and since they didn't have stomachs, they started sleeping extra late because they didn't need to eat breakfast either. Since no one had any muscles, nobody needed to exercise, and if they broke a bone, all it took was a little duct tape to fix things. A bunch of other annoying things went away, like pimples and warts and skin knees and bedhead, and emojis got a lot simpler too. Me and Michael just broke up. Wait, I can't tell if you're happy or sad. Another nice thing was that everyone could use the same restroom since nobody really needed any privacy anymore. Everyone looked the same, so people were a lot nicer to each other too. And the more people who went through the scanner, the better things seemed to get. But before long, people started to notice some things that weren't so great. A lot of businesses closed down because nobody needed their services anymore. Halloween was a lot more boring because everyone just went as the same thing. Parents kept picking up the wrong kids from nursery, and after a while, everything was a total mess. And even though it was great that everyone looked the same, people started to miss the old days when they didn't. In fact, people started missing a lot of things, like having lips and eyeballs and not being so cold all the time. And everyone realised they made a terrible mistake and wanted to change back. But the scientists who built the scanner never figured out why it worked to begin with. So they had no idea how to make the thing work in reverse. Well, this made the people who got turned into skeletons angry. And on one cold winter's night, they stormed the airport. Pound, pound. The skeletons dragged the scanner out of the building and threw it down the nearest cliff where it blew up. Kaboom! Then the craziest thing happened. The skeletons all turned back into how they were before, minus their clothes. And everyone was glad they were back to normal, but they wished they had done it on a warmer night. And that is the end of the story. So I know it's only a short story. I hope this spooks you. Now, I've got some Halloween stuff to do. So, if you don't mind me, I better be off. If you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And goodbye from Ozzy. Here we are at Pearl Lake. I can see some Canadian geese. Why don't we creep up on them? Hello. 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 We can go in that. This looks good. There's a light one there. Yeah, there's a light one there. Hope you've enjoyed seeing the Canadian geese. If you've learnt something or just enjoy it, please like and subscribe or check out the rest of my channels. Yeah, do that. Whatever it says. Hello, welcome to another episode of Storytime with Oscar. Sorry I didn't do it back then, but I had a lot of stuff to do. So we're getting back with Storytime with Oscar now, so we should be doing it on a good schedule now. So we are on chapter 11. So chapter 11, January the 3rd, 3 a.m. Swink slept through it all that day and woke up in the evening. He had dinner and went back to bed, and no one knew what was wrong. That night he tossed and turned till at midnight he fell asleep. At 3 a.m. he woke up. Swing, he said in a tired voice. Swing mainly just snored, but if you listen closely you would hear something. What? I woke up and now I can't get back to sleep. Go back to sleep, shouted Swing. Although he was loud, he was very tired. Swing jumped out of bed, ignoring what Swing said entirely. Although it was 3:05 a.m., he had slept for almost a day. He was ready. He was a bit loud. Swing came down to see. What are you doing? He asked. Making breakfast, Swing replied. Holy moly! Holy moly is a weird reaction, but if someone made breakfast at 4 a.m., I would be surprised. I don't want breakfast at 4 in the morning, said Swing. Most people don't when they get 7 hours of sleep. Keep it hot, I'll have mine later. Swing ran off. Slowly roll, chanted Swing. I'll be back at lunchtime, said Swing. No one would know the adventure he would have. Chapter 12, Swink's Adventure. As soon as Swink raced out of the bin, weird things were happening. In the garden, he saw weird things, but it was probably his imagination. Not many people are up at 4:05 a.m. anyway. Swink kept walking. He was going to the big city of Leeds. Leeds is a 2-hour walk, so he woke up early. Finally, he got there at about 6:30 a.m. He saw the big city ahead of him. A morning breakfast cafe was opening. Excuse me, but we don't open for 1 hour, said the worker. He stopped for a rest on a bench. He sat there for 10 minutes and then he saw Swing. What are you doing here? Said Swing. Chilling, he replied. It's 6:40. Oh yeah, Swink moved. You can come in now, shouted the worker. The worker looked him in the eyes. It looked like her eyes were turning red, but it was his imagination. The worker ran after him and forced him into the shop. I don't want to come in here. Swink rushed out of the door. What was this worker doing? Chapter 13, The Weird Worker. The worker grabbed £500 off him. Hey, said Swink. In exchange for £500, he got 100 fish burgers. Can I have my money back? The worker gave the money to the other worker. No, said the second worker. Yes, the worker's eyes were red. Swink, you know me? The first worker disappeared. I know everyone, said the second worker. Swing and Swink ate through all the burgers, and when he was finished it was 8:30 a.m. and a crowd gathered around the shop. Swink rushed off. Swink got home but saw the first worker. What are you doing here? Said the worker. Excuse me, but this is my house, said Swink. That was the end of the worker. They both went to bed. Swink got 7 hours of sleep. Around 12, something woke them up. My alarm clocks, said Swink. He realised it was school the next day. Lunchtime, shouted Swink. Swink woke up. I thought it was breakfast, said Swink. We had 100 burgers for breakfast, remember? A bit, said Swink. Swink was making pizza today. Pizza, yum, said Swink. Chapter 14, The Cursed Pizza. The pizza tasted a bit weird, but no one questioned it. It was usually like this. It wasn't different. He wanted to point it out, though. Swink started to feel a bit sick. He told Swink. Swink, this tastes a bit weird, he said. So what? Swink sat down to eat, and he didn't like the taste either. It was indeed pointed out by Swink later as he said, Not that I don't like this, it's just a bit weird tasting. This is not what he meant to say. He meant this is very disgusting, but he did not want to be rude. Swink said the same as well, and he meant the same. They both left most of their pizza and only ate small bits of it. Dinner that day wasn't very nice. Spoiler alert, everything he cooked after this was poisoned. For dinner he had more burgers. They left 23 of them from breakfast. Eating 25 burgers took them 45 minutes. Although that's quite long, it took me 10 minutes to eat one burger. At that moment, he realised it was almost bedtime. He needed to prepare. Tomorrow they were off to Mexico. Chapter 15, Journey to America. Most people live in North America, so it wouldn't be too many hours for them. Swink lived in Scotland, so it's thousands of miles off for them. Better set off, said Swink. Swink had packed the car overnight. Everything was ready. They set off to Mexico and were in the car and plane for 1 day and a half until they even got to North America. Now to go 1,000 miles south. They arrived on January the 5th in the middle of the night. It was very hot near the equator, so was Mexico, so they stayed as north as possible. It was a mistake going there and they wanted to come back on the same day, so they tried to enjoy going to the beach, but Swink was annoyed, reminding them to wear sun cream. Despite them losing almost £1,000 in the past few days, £1,000 to go to Mexico and £500 for fish burgers, they weren't happy. Chapter 16. Finally, back in Scotland. By the chapter's name, you'd know they were going back to Scotland after 3 days in Mexico. When they got back, they did feel cold, but in Mexico it's way warmer than coming back. I can't believe we only had 3 days in Mexico. It felt like we stayed for longer. Phew, they said as they stopped at their house. They ran into the house to see Sid was there. He had disguised himself as a photograph. No, he was hiding behind a photograph. But hiding behind a photograph is dumb, so Swink found him. Aha! Shouted Swink in a mischievous voice. I suppose you found the truth, said Sid. I knew you'd figure it out, but now I've got a better plan. He teleported away quickly and quietly, soon to appear back. At Sid's lab, he is making poison stew, but weirdly, Swink could smell it. What's that smell? He said. Sid made a secret plan, said Swink. It's part of it. Chapter 17, Sid's plan. Sid's plan was to escape to another world. He wanted to explore Venus. Venus, 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 he muttered on. Luckily, Swink had always wanted to join NASA and explore the moon. Sid wants to go to Venus, so we are visiting the moon tomorrow. Tomorrow? The moon? Are you crazy? No, said Swink. They did end up going to the moon, but only once they found a rocket. However, Sid had already set off and was on his way to space. What? He's already set off? We need to catch up, said Swink. And so they did, but the rockets were expensive. There's a rocket dealership 3 miles from their home, and they drove there. We'd like a luxury rocket, please, said Swink. That's £1 million special offer. It has a fire that can go up to 30,000 miles an hour. Swink bought it because he's already a multi-billionaire. They went back home to practice on it, and it was good. There are 2 luxury bedrooms and 5 engines that could go up to 75,000 kilometres every hour. But sadly, that's where this story ends. But coming soon is a second book called Race to Space. But to keep you busy, here's a page about the author. About the author. Oscar was born on 29th of May 2013 in Wakefield, UK. He now lives in England and writes books like Robots, Ghosts and Dinosaurs series. He plays computer and Xbox One games all the time, as well as being a best-selling author. And that's the end for today. In a few weeks, we'll be reading Chapter 2, Race to Space, which is where Swing and Swink race in the rocket against Sid to try and get to space and reach different planets. So that's the end for this video. So like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Hello! Before we start, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Today we'll be reading some dinosaur facts. Let's get started. You smashed you!